If you could change one thing about venture or, regulation or how our ecosystem runs, and you could take any angle you like, what's the one thing that you would focus on to improve? I mean, I see us as supporting innovation, right? That's how I see ventures. We invest in the future. So what would be the one unlock for our industry?
What would be your answer?
Pension fund money. I think if we got capital flows unlocked, I think that would be my answer. I think I would look at, if you just get the right money, then everything can come from there. If you don't have capital markets, capital flow, institutional unlock, if you don't have that bedrock down here. I remember, I don't know if you were at the same panel. I was at a panel with a bunch of LPs and they were saying, well, you give me the unicorn and I'll give you the money. And I said, but it's like you need a credit card to get credit. I don't know. You need to allow the capital to flow so that we can let a thousand flowers bloom. I can't do it. I can't do it without the money. So I think to me, it's about unlocking pension capital, institutional capital, capital markets. I mean, we can't keep bloody going over to the States to list, right? So I think that would be my answer.
Interesting. I think I'm looking at it maybe probably from the other side of things. It's like on the talent side and it might be controversial, but how do we give people the ambition and the sense that it is possible for them to build those kind of companies and that level of innovation and risk taking? I feel we're still, on a whole, we're not embracing that.
In Europe or?
In Europe, I think. No, I'm talking Europe now. Europe and UK, I think it's still not a very straightforward, acceptable mindset to say, I'm going to build. And again, not because you want to be like a founder and you want to be rich, but actually from a deep kind of
a purpose.
Yeah. You're like, I want to build the next thing that is going to change the world. And I believe I can do that. And I'm not going to stop. And you build from that kind of level of ambition. I feel like
I've thought that, okay, Europeans don't shout like the Yanks. We don't have that rah, sell, do the deal spirit, but there seems to be more of a quiet tenacity. And we obviously have the smarts, and nobody would argue against that. But I've not felt a lack of ambition.
I don't feel like it's the kind of thing you discuss over lunch, with your friends and mates and family. It's like, about the next business I'm going to build and how I do that. Whereas I do think it's much more, it's a cultural thing, like where I come from, from Israel. It's like you talk about business plans and you build and you destroy them and they fall apart over lunch. It's like a thing you do. It's like very normal to have that. I have this new idea and people will like challenge you and you do it. It's just like for the fun of it, and it's like very embedded in our thinking and the way you do it. And I think it's the same in the US. I'm not sure that's the case here.
No, I think that's fair. Do you think we have something that takes the place of that? Or either way, it's not good enough because we don't have this kind of ambitious, do the deal, talk about the deal. There's nothing to replace that. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I don't know what is taking that kind of place and capacity. I'm not sure what it is, but I don't think it is the idea of like...
So we just need it.
Yeah. And I think it's like, it's also an ecosystem maturity. The more you do that, the more it becomes like normal. And, when you have...
It feels like founding is a bit cooler than it was 10, 20 years ago.
It is cooler. But again, I don't think you want it to be cool. You want it to be like embedded in like the way you think about the world. Like you see a problem, you're trying to fix it.
Yeah.
It's like
that's very proactive. I'm going to get off my backside and do something about it. Yeah, I think that's fair.
And I think that hustleness and ability to kind of see something, want to fix it, change it, not accepting things.
Why do you think that is? Is it purely cultural, or is there anything structural we could do?
I think there is a deep cultural thing. I don't think it's structural. I think it's cultural.
And the reason I said that is if tomorrow we woke up and there were all of these people that were famous, that were on the news, and that were successful founders, and they're from Europe, and we were celebrating them, do you think that would draw up others, or do you think culturally we just don't have that mindset?
I think if they were there and they were like working, mentoring, investing, creating like the networks, encouraging people to think that way. I think that's how cultures change, is by like having people catalyzing that and, kindling that. And it's not like a one day something changes, right?
No,
but how do we accelerate it? I think it's by definitely bringing this to more like awareness and, school kids where there are some initiatives where you kind of help them think through, okay, how do you solve a problem? How do we start like playing with things. I do think AI is an enabler for that. If you start kind of thinking with kids, okay, how do you solve? You see a problem. How do you use AI to solve it? So you're getting them into this problem solving mindset. It's because entrepreneurship for me, it's like, that's why I say it's not about being a founder and that's cool. It's about like problem solving mindset. It's like, I see a problem. I want to fix it. I feel empowered to do that. And I don't want to do it just for myself. I believe there are lots of other people who have the same problem, assuming that's true. Then that's like a huge opportunity, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you build that into people's like behaviors from very, so maybe that's the